Hello, this is Trent Smith with the National Weather Service in Missoula, Montana, doing the weather briefing for March 3rd, 2020. Okay, probably the biggest thing that I have to talk about is the strong winds that are possible tomorrow on Wednesday, March 4th. Been looking at drier and warmer conditions for the latter part of the week. Another cold front is anticipated for Saturday with gusty winds and snow. Again, main impacts are going to be mountain passes, and cool and showery Sunday and Monday. So looking at the weather threat matrix, again, looking at probably some snow pass conditions the rest of today. But again, the big highlight is going to be the wind potential for northwest Montana and west central Montana tomorrow on Wednesday, and then fairly dry, and then another cold front for the Saturday time frame. So let's look at what the snow is for the rest of today through tomorrow. Again, we're looking at about 5 inches at Marias Pass, where Lookout Pass, Lolo, and Lost Trail are going to get about 2 to 4. Maybe some light accumulations on the Highway 12 corridor up to the Powell area, and then from Powell, Lolo Pass probably having the biggest impact. And then Highway 83, Condon to Silly Lake, 1 to 2 inches with this next round of snow that's going to come in today through the Wednesday time frame. But again, the bigger impact is going to be the wind gust potential on Wednesday time frame. This could actually occur in the middle of the night across northwest Montana, and then make its way down across western Montana, and potentially actually have a pretty big impact in the Bitterroot Valley time frame. This scenario is looking similar to the February 1st wind event that we had across western Montana. The winds aloft do not appear to be as strong as that event, but it still could be a pretty impactful windstorm that could occur late tonight through tomorrow morning. So just kind of want to really highlight this. So let's go and look at the forecasted radar for this event, so you can kind of get a timing. So we're probably going to see some showers pick up during the evening hours across the region, and then really start intensifying during the overnight hours. And again, there's going to be this subtle, weak cold front that's going to start making its way across northwest Montana and sliding down across western Montana throughout the early morning hours until about the early afternoon. It's that cold front that's going to be of concern, and also these showers could actually cause the winds to mix down to the surface and become fairly widespread during the event. But looking at some of our high-res models, it's really the Bitterroot Valley that has us concerned, but some other areas to highlight. So let's take a look at the wind potential. So this is this evening, starting at 6 p.m. Tuesday, and again, the winds will be steadily increasing in the higher terrain, but it's really when that weak front starts making its way down into the region. So between, I'd say, almost 2 to 5 a.m., we'll really see the wind start increasing across northwest Montana. To start off with, almost a southwesterly component, so we could get some downsloping off of the mountains just west of the Libby area on that Highway 2 corridor. And later in the morning, might be a concern for the Highway 3. There might be some localized stronger wind gusts in this region, and the same could almost be said later in the morning along that Highway 83 from the Silly Swan. You could be some localized, some really widespread gusty winds across the Mission Valleys, probably gust potential in the 40s in this area. An area of concern that was highlighted in that February 1st was at Hot Springs region. But by mid-morning, we get that good winds becoming almost more westerly component, and this is the period that has us most concerned, is that Bitterroot Valley, kind of mid-morning, some really strong downsloping winds coming off of the Bitterroot range. Gust potential probably in the 50s for this. Again, the winds aren't as strong as the February 1st, but still can have a pretty good impact. And then another area of concern is just all the west winds coming across kind of the Butte, Anaconda area. That Deer Lodge to Anaconda I-90 could have some pretty strong gusty winds coming through right into Anaconda. Could see some fairly intense winds during the early morning hours. But again, all in northwest Montana, especially that Mission Valley, could all continue to experience strong gusty winds through the morning hours on Wednesday. Then by the afternoon, the winds will slowly diminish, and by the evening hours, we should see very little in the way of wind associated with this region. So, kind of just getting back to the presentation, again, just some quick looks at some highlights of LookoutPass. Again, probably seeing anywhere from about 2 to 4 inches of snow with this first one, and then that cold front that we're anticipating on the Saturday. Thursday briefing will highlight that event a little bit more. And then McDonald Pass, again, not as much snow with this Wednesday event. Definitely is going to encounter some wind, and then cold front on the weekend doesn't appear to be as impactful. So looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook, western Montana, actually all of the Northern Rockies are kind of in between the systems, so equal chance of above or below normal precipitation, so there's not a clear signal, and that holds true for the temperatures in that March 8th to 12th time frame, so not a whole lot. So if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at the number on the screen, or visit our website, or you can even follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.